So war it is. These Tekin bastards. They have declared war on me, the guy who intended to declare war on them. I'm really not even certain how this is going to go. Everything's all over the place. New pirates, who cares? I got my fleet that doesn't know where it's going, that for some reason got sent to the far southeast of my realm on a random exploration that probably was my fault. Let's get some retrofits done. Yeah. And then we're going to have to decide what we're going to do. I may have mentioned this like 5 or 6 times in the last episode, but I'm going to say it again. My biggest problem with fighting these Tekins is that I have no... Oh, what is this? Oh, that independent nation appears to have become an actual full civ. It's not an event that I've ever really... It's cool that that happened. It's probably like a fixed event that I've never encountered before, but it is cool that it happened. So anyway, as I said, my problem is I have no fuel bases near their territory. It may not look like it, but with my range as it is right now, we got these torpedoes. Okay, that's really good. That'll help us push forward from this ship that we've been taking apart. Everything seems to be happening all at once. I probably shouldn't be running at 4. I think we're just going to add our torpedoes. Not here. It's down here. We're going to add our... Yeah, that's what we just got. We're going to add our racial torpedoes to our queue. And I think we're going to add the large railguns, because that was the plan originally I was going to do. Torpedoes and then large railguns for like front-firing weapons. And then the torpedoes can be on slots that are non-direct fire. I'm trying to say the same thing over and over again, but everything is happening at once. It's kind of exciting. It's kind of really exciting. So I need a fuel base, because look how long it is taking my ship, my fleet to get there. It's not good. And when they do get there, they're not going to have much fuel left. It's going to be something of a real problem. I won't be able to react to anything that happens, right? Like, that is... Oh, I don't know. It's not important. There's going to be no fast reaction. There's not going to be able to... If they, like, send fleets to me, I'm not going to be able to quickly do anything about it. But I have a plan, and it's a secret plan. And that secret plan is because the last time I checked, they're much weaker than me. If they attack me with their fleet, I might just use my troop fleet. Right? I might use the 3rd fleet to intercept them. Now that's kind of what I thought would happen. They've decided to send their fleet up here. Don't know, though. The 3rd fleet isn't in great shape for this. I'm pretty sure it can handle it, but yeah. I'm doubting my own original idea. Maybe we should start by just loading their troops up. I was so confident that I was going to use this fleet to attack up here, and now I am not certain that it's the right idea. How is this going? So... we seem to be doing them a significant amount of damage. And they seem to be doing a pretty significant amount of damage to us too. I don't think we can win that without the support of another fleet. Hmm. Hmm. I'm really second guessing my original idea of just sending the third fleet in there to support the starbase. I don't really want to lose any of the ships. I don't want to lose the starbase either. Everything's happening. Just see again how this is going. I mean, I think right, we're not going to be able to like get kills here, but we do seem to be driving them off. And they're not doing as good a job as I originally thought they would be of wrecking my base. Hey, we got some hull damage on that large ship. We drove one ship off already. I think we're driving them off faster than they can do us harm. Maybe we will preserve the strength of the third fleet. Maybe that is the best idea. Just set it to refuel. And then maybe have it load troops afterwards. Because I really am starting to feel like the station has us under control. I didn't originally think they did, but now I'm starting to think, oh, they've just sent some reinforcements in there. Well, let's go check out what's going on in Tekin territory. So we have one fleet that has basically destroyed this station. Yep. And we're engaging with his fleet up here. I don't feel as confident in this as I did before. Say that. I am definitely ahead. Definitely doing more damage to him than he's doing to me. Kind of wish I'd had more ability to pick my battles in this war. Like, I kind of wish, you know, this had been more my decision when I was ready than him randomly attacking me. Because he is driving that fleet off pretty badly. And up here, we have our second battle going on. It seems to be going much better. Okay. So the second fleet seems to have been driven off. But we've succeeded at doing an enormous amount of damage. We're at 13k plus war score right now. And the first fleet is still in there messing up his day. They're now moving into the second planet. It feels like he has multiple colonies in the one system, which is why he appears much weaker on the map than he actually is. Yeah. There is a bunch of wreckage out. No, that was just a pause. Thought that was wreckage, but no, it's just a few of my ships continuing to try to escape. I think we're going to send the first fleet down here to deal with this, to finish off what they couldn't do, and then we'll go into his capital colony. I want to at least get to the point where I blow up his space station, because that's probably the most decisive thing I can do to put him down for a bit. he'll have to recover resources, and pretty sure if I blow up the space station, he'll also lose everything in its stores, which won't exactly be good for him. I wonder how long it is between wars in this game. I really haven't warred a lot, to be honest, at this point. So I don't really know how this stuff goes. So let's just attack this base. Perfect. And now, just finish off this stump fleet he has here, the one that drove my other fleet off. Come on, we can target this. Thank you. Probably microing this war more than I need to. I'm going to build a second troop fleet. I'm going to need it. I don't know if I'm going to build it right now. I definitely need to add a fuel transport to this to extend its range. This is really my first experience with an early war, so I am kind of trying to figure this all out as I go, which is why everything's all over the place right now. So we just need to get all of these guys ready for boarding. I'm pretty sure I can't actually invade his planet, but that's fine. I'm just going to gather all the troops together that are on that troop fleet and put them onto the Actarian world, ready for pickup in the future when I can be sure that I'll win this war. Okay, so we've destroyed everything that was up by where the other fleet, where the second fleet was driven off from. Now we're going to head in and just do a full frontal attack on his last fleet at his capital colony, and then destroy his spaceport. And then after that, I think we're going to try to end the war. I'm going to pick off the individual ships before we go into the spaceport. Trying to do as much damage to his fleet as we can. And then take out the spaceport. Destroy some of these bases. Yeah, he's way too strong for me to do an invasion. So once we've destroyed some of these bases, we're just gonna... I think we're gonna go for peace. Now, I probably could have aimed to do more economic damage to him during this war. But I really didn't want this war. I really wasn't ready for it. So I want to just get it decisively finished and then over. Let's see. Let's see if we can just put an end to this right now. Yeah. Yeah, let's just put an end to this right now. I have a plan for one more thing I'm going to do after this war. It's going to solve that problem that I talked about at the beginning, but didn't really ever get into because I was distracted talking about other things. And that is, I do not have a fuel base close enough to him to front an effective war. So I have a plan for that. Yeah, that's a colony. Both worlds aren't colonies. I thought they might both be, but that's definitely a second colony. I might actually be able to invade this colony, but I don't know that it's worth invading a colony in his own territory because I don't think I'll be able to effectively control it. I don't actually know how that works. It's almost worth an experiment, but I don't think now's the right time. One of the good things about my first enemy being Tikans is every world that I settle on is a world he can't use because we have almost the exact same preferred habit, habit, habitabilities. Habitabilities. Yeah. Okay, so let me just look. Okay. Um, I probably should have done a trade deal because I probably could have taken stuff from him. That was a mistake. I probably should have asked him for some stations or something, or maybe some money. I don't know. Like I said, this is my first real. Every time I've played this game so far, I've just dominated so strongly that there's never been a reason to go to war. It's one of the reasons why I changed over to this militaristic play style because in my economic dominance games, like I don't even go to war at all. I win the game without going to war. I just expand to the point where I have as much as I need and then the game just ends. So the whole point of this was to try to play in a different way, and I am learning stuff. You are seeing it happen right now. Like I'm 100% certain that I should have done a trade deal to end the war, and that doing a trade deal to end the war would have meant I could have asked him for things, but I didn't even think about it. So it's too late for that now. We'll try next time. So that plan I was talking about. That plan I was talking about. I am going to go. Let's just make sure there's nothing good in any of these stars because this plan is unnecessary if there's anything useful. No, there's nothing useful here. I've checked this before. There's nothing useful here. There's not even like crappy mines here. I can't even like have a mining base and fill it up with fuel just for a stopping off station. So anyway, this is the plan. There is up here a pirate base that's holding a planet with fuel on it. I'm going to kill that pirate base and immediately replace it with my own fueling station. That should give me a much better both. It'll give me a better expansion zone to the north part of the cluster I'm in, and it will give me a better place to jump off to in the next Tikan War, the one that I intend to win. I'm going to have to think, though, because not having played much military and having no experience with early military, I don't know what techs I need to go after. So, even though the only thing that's really happened in this episode is we've cleaned up our Tikan War, and now we're going to kill some pirates and build a station, I'm actually going to cut so I can spend some time looking at the text and decide whether or not the best way to make myself able to win the next war and conquer the Tikan worlds is by taking techs that improve my troops, or if there's some other fashion to do that. Like I could just build so many troop ships that I could land just wave after wave of dinosaur men onto their planet. So my spies have been doing a terrible job. 2 of them are just gone. This guy did get the map, though. I didn't mention that, but we can now see all of his, you can see just by looking from here, we can now see all of his planet, all of the stars he's seen. Because we got his map. That happened. I wasn't paying attention. I noticed the new area get uncovered, but I never even looked because I was too microwing. Too microwing. Yeah. Just back on target, back on topic. We're going to build a fueling station on the gas giant that's currently held by those pirates so that I have a closer point to base fleets at for sending into his territory. I'm going to do research by looking through the texts to figure out what the texts I think I can most use for conquering are. Also, it's probably getting to the point where I should consider doing something about these guys, because I do not want them to continue to grow. The fact they turned into a full empire is actually quite annoying, even though it's cool to see it, because they are exactly where I don't want them to be. Very close to me. A second hostile nation right on my northern border. Not cool. And realistically, I'm going to have to deal with them. So yeah, I chose to use the troop fleet ship for this because this base is really weak, and I want my other fleets to have a chance to get their retrofits and their refueling and repairs done. I don't think this base can even threaten this fleet. Having said that, though, and while we watch these pirates get destroyed, I'm going to call this the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Next time, we're going to try to figure out what it is we need to do to actually beat the Teekans once and for all in our second war, the war we do on purpose as opposed to the war they inflicted on us for no reason. Just gonna grab that construct ship that I put on manual and already sent over, and we're just going to immediately build this station right now so that it doesn't get stolen from us. We're also going to leave the fleet there so nothing annoying happens. With that, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.